Hi there. It's time for another FOC with the CCB. Cheers. We have been so busy as of late. We missed last week's new release video. We did get the FOCs in the last 2 weeks. One was without sound. The other one was super rushed because I was in a hotel with Chelsea and River. But now we're back in Ontario, and I can kind of take a little bit of time with this. So yeah, this is getting back to it. So a little teaser right here. We have a store signing on July 20th. It's a pretty big artist. Has not been in Canada since 2017. Does very limited appearances every year, 3 or 4 appearances, and we got him somehow. So it's going to be really cool when they. I'll be announcing it next week, so pay attention. It'll be on our Facebook page as well. But let's get into the FOC, the pre-sales. One new thing that we're doing for pre-sales is right here. No, that way. Marvel Legends Strange Tales edition. You've got, start off, it's got Helverine. You got a really cool Helverine picture here. It has Dracula, Brother Voodoo, Damien, what's his name? Hellstorm, Lilith, Vampire Storm, Moon Knight, and they build Blackheart. This series is not going to be in Walmart. It's not going to be in Toys R Us. You can only get into collectible stores, comic stores, toy stores. So that's a bonus for us. They're a little bit more expensive than as if they were going to be in Walmart. But it's a little boon because you have to come to our kind of stores. But we're doing a pre-sale. We're giving you 10% off if you want the full set so you can build the figure. Helverine does not come with a part of Blackheart. He's just like the one figure in the series that doesn't have a piece. But we're doing the full boat, and if you want to order it, you can pre-order it, and they're going to be out in September. So we'll have this on our pre-sales for the next little while. And yeah, let's jump into, we've done the store signing teaser, we've done the Marvel Legends stuff, we'll jump into our pre-sales. Let's kick it off with Marvel comic books. Oh, there it is again, right there. We've got a Dave Cockrum X-Men Artist Edition. We don't really sell many of these. We don't bring many in. Sometimes someone will ask for something. We're giving you 25% off this book. It's a $195 book, so you can have it for $146 if you pre-order. So you're going to see a lot of the Cockrum stuff from, look at that tiny image, even though the book is like bigger than that. Anyway, if you're into it, we're giving it to you for a discount. So there it be. All right, Wolverine Revenge. This is the Capullo Wolverine miniseries, and it's got a poster. So the book is not on pre-sale yet, but if you want a poster, it's right there. Do we have a small image? Yeah, we've got a small image. What's with our small images? All right, Marvel Superheroes Secret War, also a poster. The facsimile is coming. I believe it's in this pre-sale, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. So there's the poster. Let's get into the comics. Annihilation 2099. Every issue has been doing a first appearance, and this one, also a small image, has your first 2099 Silver Surfer. I know the 1 in 25 has him fully on the cover. You've got your Ken Lashley frame. And I wish I did have better images for those. I'm sorry I don't. Blood Hunt number 3, second print. Pepe Larraz, number 3 has been doing well. We sold out of the A cover. We have red band covers left. And Jed McKay is going to be in Montreal Comic Con, which happens in 2 weeks, July 5th to 7th. And we'll be there with a giant booth. And our store will be closed that week. So it's going to be another madness week of 2 weeks of us being on the road and then coming home and then trying to catch up. Captain America number 11, Straczynski. This feels like a last issue kind of cover, you know? I'm walking. I don't think it is, because 11 would be a weird one to end it on. But you've got a homage cover, and it is by McNiven. McNiven did one of these covers for Predator Wolverine, I'm pretty sure. Or he did one for the Hulk. He did an homage cover just like this for the Hulk. But now we've got Deadpool in there because there's going to be a ton of Deadpool Wolverine variants. So that is a Captain America variant, and we've got Humberto Ramos doing a cover. I do like Ramos's, and you've got all these classic Marvel comic covers on the ground here with his milk and cookies. Why he would be holed up in an attic reading those things, I don't know. But I do like Ramos. And a nice guy. I've met him a few times. He's done a sketch for me. And here's another Deadpool Captain America cover. Or sorry, Deadpool cover. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. You're going to see a lot of these covers. Last FOC there was a whole bunch of them. But here's David Nakayama's little version. Kind of fun. Kind of fun. So you can get all 4 covers, 20%, because we always do the cover deal before we do the full-on order. If you want to save 20% and get all your covers, we're there to help you. Deadpool Wolverine, World War III, or World Wade War, or something. I don't know. Apparently it's unavailable. Let's jump back here, and yeah, there we go. We got the Deadpool Kills variant. There's Wolverine chopped up. Kind of fun. They are fun covers, but if you're not a big Deadpool fan, you're not going to like those ones very much. There's your A cover by Kubert. Oh, I just noticed half a Wolverine down there, a little toy. There's the top right there, and then Deadpool himself is cut in half. So yeah, that's the last issue of the series. It's only a 3-parter. This is your movie variant, which, you know, I think it's kind of a shortcut because it doesn't have a movie image, really. Call me out on that if you think I'm wrong. That's okay. And you have the Stormbreakers. I'm a little tired of the Stormbreakers like tagline on these covers, especially when it's been an artist who's been working for Marvel for multiple years, and like they're still a Stormbreaker. It is a funny little cover, though. I will give it that. But you can get all 4 of those for 20% off. It's $25. You can get for $20. Marvel Zero. I don't really know much about this. I have to do this. There's no description, I don't believe. Yeah. It scrolls down, but I've got no description on what Marvel Zero is, so I apologize. But there's a Marvel Zero. It's $8.75. But NYX is coming out, and it's, you know, NYX was a series that brought us X-23. And it was done by Quesada and Josh Middleton, and it was all about street kids. So I'm not quite sure what they're going to do with this one. This is the 3rd NYX series. You've got Miss Marvel in it. You've got, I don't think it's X-23. Maybe it's the other one, Honey Badger? Is that Honey Badger, or is that X-23? I don't know. And I recognize this guy from being in New X-Men. I don't know who that one is, and that could be one of the Kuko sisters, but I'm not sure. But there might be a first appearance of someone called The Local. So there you go, possible first appearance. But it has a really nice art germ, but she is looking quite jacked there, eh? Muscular, muscular, muscular. Art germ is going to be Stanley Lau. He's going to be at Fan Expo in August. We'll be set up there as well. So yeah, fun thing. If these come up, they should come out before Fan Expo, so it'd be a good thing to get signed. You've got your window shades. They haven't done one of these in a while. Todd Knock and Villa Lobos. I feel like people aren't really on the Lobos train. it's such an Adam Hughes type. I feel like there's some little computer. He's doing a lot of computer work. I guess I can't be completely sure what he's doing because I don't know anything about it. But I like a lot of his stuff, and I've been taking chances on bringing more of his covers into the store. And so far, you know, you guys are a little wishy-washy if you actually like it or not. So anyway, you've got your logo cover, which we'll probably won't bring any for the stands. If you want it, you got to pre-order it because they just don't sell very well for us anyway. You have a Rouge Antonio variant, X23 diving away, and if you want all 6 covers, 20% off. There we go. Star Wars 48, you've only got 2 covers. I know that Star Wars is ending with number 50, and apparently the rumor is that the new series will take place after Return of the Jedi, which I think is really cool because Luke's a little darker and his dad's dead, and we'll see what happens. So that could be really fun. So you've only got 3 issues left. Strange Academy Blood Hunt number 3. Oh, there we go. It's 3 of 3. So you've got 2 covers for that last appearance, or that last part. Hopefully they come up with another series because Strange Academy has done pretty all right with the buyers. Ultimate Black Panther number 6. We've been slowing down on sales. The pre-sales have picked up, but the sales off the stands have kind of dropped, so we're keeping them pretty tight to our pre-sales. But you've got your standard, you've got your Boss Logic, and Massafera. Boss Logic has been one of the more heavier ordered covers for the series. That's a pretty good one. I like that. And Massafera, I remember him doing some DC stuff way back. Probably like 10 years back, maybe now. It's funny how time just creeps. And you can get all 3 for 20% off. Vengeance of the Moon Knight. Again, Jed McKay is going to be in Montreal Comic Con with us there. And it's sad that him and Stegman are both going to be there before X-Men 1 comes out, because X-Men 1 comes out on, I believe, July 10th. And this show is the 5th to the 7th. And because we may have been able to get our orders before the show, but we'll be leaving so early for the show that the orders will not be in our hands. So we're missing out. Anyway, 2 covers there. One of them is the Aliens versus Moon Knight. So you're going to be seeing more and more of these over the next month or so. All right, and Venom, Separation Anxiety. We're missing a cover. The last time I updated this was 2 days ago. I didn't have the cover for this one, so I don't know what the homage is for. Number 1 was a really great seller, and number 2 comes out on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. So hopefully number 2 will sell quite well, and we'll hopefully order enough for number 3 to satisfy your needs. Venom vs. Reborn, that came out, number 1 came out last week. It's on the stands right now, and we've got 3 new covers for number 2. You've got your A cover. There's a couple of new first appearances in here. They just keep introducing new symbiotes. Tony Daniel, there's a little baby Venom. Myself, I am completely far gone from understanding what's going on with all the Venom stuff. There's so many Venoms. I'm lost. I need someone to tell me what's what. This Derek Chew one is really cool. I like that kind of barbarian. Maybe that's a first appearance in the series or the issue. And Lionel Yu doing his connecting. So you're going to see probably, I guess this is a 5-issue series. That's my bet. I'm betting. You can get all 3 covers for 20% off. Wolverine Blood Hunt, number 4. Number 2 came out last week. Number 1 sold really well. Hopefully 2s, you'll scoop those up because I don't want to be left with a bunch on the stands. But I do like this cover. It's a nice vampire, bloody, claws out, face forward. Classic Wolverine, but vampire take. Nick Bradshaw, Canadian from the Maritimes. Seen him multiple times throughout my collecting career, and haven't seen him as of late. at a show, but we'll see. Blood Hunt number 5. Number 4 is out on Tuesday. We've got it on the stands right now. It's all set to go. So get your orders in for number 5. This is the last issue. A little bit more expensive than the last couple. It's the same price as issue 1, so I guess it's a little thicker. You've got your Momoko variant. We've been doing more pre-sales on this and not putting many on the stands, if any. I know there hasn't been any of the Doctor Stranges going on the stands. If you want to reach out and ask us to order one in for you, no problem there. You've got your Biting Teeth by Baldion. You got Asrar. I'm guessing Scarlet Witch is going to have a big push in this issue. And what else is there? Oh yeah, the Red Band, of course. And we've put this up there because the 1 in 25 has been selling for so much money. The number 3, we got almost $200 for. The number 4, we're only putting, I think, 150 on to just make sure it moves really quick. But if you want 25 copies of the Red Band and this, you can have it all for 30% off the cover price. It's still $160, but you've got 25 Red Band copies to help you recover costs, or blow them out, do whatever you want to do with them. But that option is there. Like I said, you've got Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars number 8 facsimile. I think this is going to be a good one. The last few facsimiles have been kind of, just a little. But you've got your foil option, you've got your standard option. We're going to have quite a bit, and Jim Shooter is going to be in Montreal, but this won't be out in time. So that would have been a great thing, because cheaper way to get that signed by Mr. Shooter. Venom War. It's starting. Big old war with Venom. And Al Ewing is the writer on this one. So you've got Anti-Venom, you've got Carnage, you've got Black Widow, you've got Dylan Brock, and is that Null? Could be. Could be. Couldn't be, too. Could be someone else that I just don't know about in that symbiote world. You've got Chris Giarrusso. Oh, he's... It is a fun little thing. I don't see many people wanting to order this on its own, but it does mimic the A cover almost exactly. So you got to be a big fan of his to get that. But you got your Scotty Young, small little one. And what else we got for Venom War? We got the foil one, which of course is always more expensive. Our John Tyler Christopher is not yet available. You know what? I'm going to look right now and see if there's an image up. Let's go to previews. And let's check this out. We got to search. Venom War. Oh, Venom War 1. Alright, do we got it? Venom War Spider-Man. Bash, Baldi. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that is actually really cool. I'm going to have to add that as soon as I've done this video to the site, but I think that's going to be one of the best cover sellers off of there. I was curious if they're going to do black, and then white, and just have the eyes and the little bits, but they went the other way. Okay, let's jump back in here. You've got Team Eddie connecting variant and Team Dylan. Oh, so I guess it's Eddie Brock fighting Dylan Brock, and it's a big war between them two. There we go. Who's going to win? Father or son? So you've got connecting and Rose Besh. Rose Besh is coming to Toronto, and I'm pretty sure that's her first Canadian appearance for the Fan Expo, and I'm really excited because we got some cool stuff that you could get signed, and there's a couple that I'm going to get signed for me. And probably for the store to give away or something. So, Venom War number 1. If you want all 8 covers, save yourself a bunch of cash, and $54 for all of them, but with our discount, sorry, $67.50, but with our discount, you get $54. So, save 20% there. That is the Marvel preview. Let's jump into DC Comics. DC Comics now are going to be on Wednesday, starting in July, and we'll begin with Superman 16. We've got an appearance by Zatanna, and I believe, yeah, Jamal Campbell is back. He started the series out with Joshua Williams, and I have been enjoying Superman, and I missed, like, they brought in other artists, and Jamal would just do the covers, and he's a Toronto boy. I missed his art on the inside, so I'm glad he's back. We got a Zerdy variant, and I know some of our customers are Zerdy fans. And I have been liking Zerdy a little bit more now than before. Like, it always surprised me why he was so popular, but maybe it's his online presence. I have been liking his covers last a little bit. And Frank Cho, I love, but a lot of our customers just don't order his covers, and we don't sell a lot of Frank Cho, and I'm super surprised. But there you go, Frank Cho Zatanna. And you've got a Villa-Lobos, which, again, I'm a big fan of. And I assume this is going to be colored. This is probably the prelim thing that they just needed an image to show us, which I think is awesome. Hopefully one day he comes to Canada. And they're doing a lot of this Garcia Lopez kind of design covers. So last week there was a bunch of them. And this week there is a bunch of them. If you want all 5 of those Superman covers, 20% off. And myself, I would probably go in for it just because I was going to get all 4 of those anyway. Wonder Woman, Tom King. She is tied up. So if you want to call out a bondage cover, there you go. And Tedesco's, I've been hit and miss on Tedesco's, mostly hits. But there's some of them where I'm just like, eh. Like this one, I don't love the costume, this new costume. Not a big one for me. So yeah, don't dig that as much. I would take the Tony Daniel. But I also think the Tony Daniel should go back to drawing some more Nocterra with Scott Snyder writing. Because that's a fun series. And there you go, you got another Garcia Lopez cover. And if you want all 4 covers, 20% off. Okay, there's some hubbub. Matina covers are being canceled at DC because of his AI. He's using AI. So all these Matina covers, they're now being replaced with to be determined. So there's going to be a different cover. If you go in for the cover bundle, you will not get a Matina cover. You get whoever they replace him with. But anyway, Dark Knights of Steel, All Winter. This is part of the Elseworlds line now, which it deserves to be in because it's a different kind of take on the Justice League. And gotta wait while I take a sip of beer from Sleeping Giant Brewery, my hometown, Thunder Bay. All right, Dark Knights of Steel. You've got a Zafino. Zafino doesn't do a lot of comic work anymore, it seems. Like, when's the last time you've seen a cover by him? I want to see, like, a full series or a mini-series or something by him. Anyway, you've got whatever Matina's going to be. You've got your Homer. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this artist. That could be Ice, maybe, from Justice League. And you've got sorry, it says Matina, but this is actually Perillo. Again, I think Perillo is best at Dynamite. He is best on Warlord of Mars, Deja Thoris stuff, Vampirella, Red Sonja. That's where I think his bread and butter is. But you can get all 5 covers, 20% off, excuse me. Nightwing. It's coming to an end, guys. Who's going to take over Nightwing when Tom Taylor and Redondo are gone? I do love this cover. It reminds me of Iron Fist, the Matt Fraction and Matt Fraction and Brubaker run. I don't know why. It just does. But it's Deadman floating there. Here we go. Also, you've got the Gonzalez variant, and you've got your Georgiev. Batman Brave and the Bold, expensive books. You got a Matina cover. I'm guessing it's canceled as well, and you'll be replaced with someone else. and your Dan Hip variants. I'm not a fan of Dan Hip. It's very, very stylized. Like, if you're into that, you're into that, and you get it, you love it. I do like the Jurassic League on his sweater, though. That is kind of fun. But it's not for me. It is not for me, and that's okay. If you want all three of those expensive books, you can get 20% off. Catwoman. Let's look at these covers. I like David Nakayama on these covers. I think he's doing quite well. And Rachta Lin. I think this is going to take some more warming up for people. It's a super fun anime style, and I think later on people will be like, hey, let's buy those for more than cover price. I'm hoping that's what happens with Villa-Lobos, because we order a little extra of his, because I think it'll be kind of like that Adam Hughes thing where he put out a run and it was always cover price or $2 an issue, and then all of a sudden years later everyone's wanting all those covers again, and they all go for, you know, like $10, and the hot ones go for 50 and 60 and blah blah blah. But I can't predict the future. Maybe everyone wants just Dan Moore covers, who is an awesome artist, and I love this little it's like a subtle House of M Casada variant, if you remember that one, where all the blocks are being blown off of the Scarlet Witch. It's like a subtle version of that. I do like that cover. And again, I will read this series because every issue that comes in I want to read, and I just don't. Bjorn Barons. Again, an artist that I'm not huge on, but we do have buyers that really like it, and they order it, and I order it for them. But for me, it's not my cup of tea. And me saying it's not my cup of tea doesn't mean I don't like it, I hate it, or I think it's ugly or anything. It's just, you know, there's so many variations of art, and there's ones I glide towards, and some I'm just like, no. Lafuente. I found out about him when he was doing Ultimate Spider-Man with Bendis, and I do like this. It's interesting. It's a fun little take. I like, it's busy. Sometimes I like busy. All three covers, 20% off. This shouldn't be here. I'll probably delete that. Number 13 of Titans. We don't have the buyers on this title. We put one copy on the stands, and oftentimes it stays there. Nobody is buying this from us. Don't know what to say. But you've got a couple of different covers. Rossmo, he's a Canadian. He's from, I believe, Alberta. I believe it's Alberta. A little more cartoony in this one, it seems, but I do think he's a good artist. He did Proof for Image way back when. Green Lantern War Journal. I have heard good things that this is a great story, and I might check it out in the trade when we bring that in, because Far Sector was a series that I didn't think I would like at all, and I think is awesome. And if you're not into Green Lantern or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's a really cool sci-fi, and the story is great. So I'm wondering if this is going to be kind of like along those lines, being just this really awesome story that no one really read when it was coming out. Crisis on Infinite Earths, you got your standard, you got your foil, and your blank. And I'm going to be buying this for myself because it's got that super early, I don't know if it's this first kind of cameo in DC, but it's John Constantine appearing in the regular DC universe outside of the Swamp Thing. So I'm going to be buying it for myself. I've got a 9/8 of that in my collection. And speaking of the man, John Constantine, number 7 of 11. There you go. He got a hand on his butt. He doesn't seem to be feeling so well. I have not yet started to read this series, so I couldn't tell you much about it. Martin Simmons, known for Department of Truth. Swinging out a cover for the B. And there you go. That is the DC pre-sales. We've only got one list to go through, and then we're going to call it quits. All right, Barbaric number 3. I was a huge fan of this series when it first started. I thought it was great, but then there was such a lull between the next one, and I think it was a one-shot, and they had a different artist, and I couldn't really get into it. It was just a break, and then the next series came out with the same team, but I just fell off, and they've been a little more regular with these miniseries, but anyway, here is the 3rd issue of this series. If you want a variant, they're doing really expensive variants. They've got the A cover and then multiple variants. So if you want a hot lady variant, it's going to cost you. So that one's $27, and the Virgin is $68. They make the prices and don't give us a discount. There is 0 discount for us. So we have to increase their price. Anyway, there you go. And Witchblade, I'm still really on the fence, because you could get, they're going up to a 1 in 1,000 variant, and that 1 in 1,000 variant is an original sketch by Mark Silvestri, and they're only doing 1 per store, so you can't go get 5,000 copies and get 5 original sketches from Silvestri. But the variants go all the way up to 1 in 500. You got 1 in 500s, 1 in 250s, 1 in 100, 150, 125, 1 in 10. And we don't have a lot of Witchblade fans in the store or people subscribing right now, but I was and still am considering getting 1,000 copies, because I know this one is going to be a huge one. People are going to always want to pay for the J. Scott Campbell. We are giving people an option if you want to buy a ton of covers. If you want to get, if you want the 1 in 50 and 50 copies of Witchblade, you got it. There you go. But they also have a 1 in 100 by Bill Sienkiewicz, and looks really cool. So tomorrow night, I got to make a decision if I'm going to bring in 1,000 copies of Witchblade number 1 and try. Just to let you know, it costs over $3,000 to bring in 1,000 plus, because you got to pay for all those ratio variants as well. So it's well over $3,000 to bring in 1,000 copies of Witchblade, and that's a big one. That's a big one. All right, Destro number 2. I'm still reading the Joe stuff, and it's great. You've got your A and Bs as always. And look at these bats. They think of they look like Terminator 2 zombie type kind of thing, and that is awesome. And you got your B cover with the twins. Boom, boom. I can't remember the name of the twins. Some of my friends would know that. I added these just a little while ago, so if you were doing pre-sales a few days back, we did add all these second print reprints variants. So Scarlet number 1 is getting 3 variants for the second print. You've got your Howard. Howard seems to be doing all the variants, the initial variants for second prints for G.I. Joes, Transformers, and Void Rivals. Yeah. But I think people will be jumping in on that one because Storm Shadow, you know? And then there was the team. You got Jinx, Storm Shadow, I can't, Blizzard? Is it Blizzard? And Scarlet, of course. So, you got 3 options there. Ain't No Grave, 3rd print for number 1. People have been digging the Scotty Young story. Number 2 is going to a second print. Fish Flies, Jeff Lemire is finishing up his series, and he is about to do a huge, long-running series for Boom, which I'm really excited about. If we have any luck, we might be able to try and get him to come back to our store for another signing. But you never know. I don't know. We'll see if we can. Speaking of zombie-ish things, G.I. Joe. Now, if that ain't a kind of zombie thing, you know, zombies. So you got your black and white and your A cover. Misery #2 is coming out, and I'm surprised that there's no B cover, or they added the B cover late. Also, we did get #1 back in stock because we sold out of the McFarlane variant. When we ordered them, there was no image, and the cover's actually really good. And so we have more #1 in stock at cover price. So there you go. Rat City #4. I guess they're cutting out the B covers maybe for this one. #3 is out on Tuesday night, so you can grab that, but there's #4. And same thing with Redcoat. #3 is out on Tuesday, but here's #4 if you're diving in. Dick Tracy has been selling pretty all right. It's not terrible sales on Dick Tracy. And so here's #3. You got 2 different covers. Flash Gordon. I don't know. We have a bunch of Flash Gordon in the back that I have yet to work on. It's been sitting back there for a couple of years. We have Dynamite stuff, and I think DC and other just Flash Gordon. But nobody ever asked for this stuff, and if we have any in the store already, I don't even know if we have much. Nobody buys it. But they've got a new series, and if you're into Flash Gordon, give it a go. Biker Mice from Mars. They came out with the Necaverse one-shot, previewing all these different series, 80s series that they're relaunching, and nobody bought it. Maybe the Biker Mice from Mars, maybe some people will pick it up, because I know they're working on a movie or a new cartoon series, but I don't have high hopes on this one. But if you're a fan of this, if you love the cartoon in the 90s, maybe you want to check this out. I cannot myself. I just don't care. Biker Mice from Mars. It is as ridiculous as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I don't know. If you want all 4 covers, 20% off. You never know. Joy Operations. It's a Brian Bendis series. Bendis has been only doing indie stuff right now. He is done with DC and Marvel. I imagine he's going to do this for a couple of years, and then he'll jump back into, I bet it's going to be Marvel, and it'll probably be a Spider-Man story, but he'll eventually come back to Marvel, I think. I do like this Dave Wilkins Skeletor cover. And you've got this weird Andrew McLean cover. Oh, sorry, it's a little small. But it just looks all noodly to me. It's interesting. What do we got? Resident Alien. I realized that we had no backstock of Resident Alien in the store. And I went to the back in our storage room, and we have nothing. And so that makes me think that I need to bring the trades in, because every now and again someone's looking for something, and I realized we didn't have any trades. So the new one comes out this week on Tuesday. You can get #1 of this new series, and #2's up for a pre-sale right now. High Republic Adventures, Phase 3, and Godzilla Rivals, Mana. I do think this is a really cool cover. And the image is small, but there you go. See it back there. And you also have a Shelfer variant. It's going to be a small image as well. Sonic the Hedgehog, we've got our first full appearance of Shadow Rider. I'm guessing this is him. His first appearance will be in issue 70, which I think comes out next week. I think this might be my favorite cover of the week on pre-sales. This is Jock. It just looks awesome. I love the ooze. I love seeing each different turtle. And I'm pretty sure he's got a story inside the issue as well. Let's see here. Yeah, Jock. There you go. So you're going to get a story inside the issue by Jock himself. And I do like the Riley Rossmo one. Yep, I do. Prodigy. Mark Miller has moved all his properties to Dark Horse, so you're going to start seeing these one-shots pop out of Dark Horse, because Nemesis was up last week, I believe, and now you've got Prodigy. So I imagine he's going to be doing these one-shots just to kind of get everything over there, and like we get used to them being a Dark Horse, and the trades are not coming out of a Dark Horse. So there you go. Something's Killing the Children. We've got more people buying. Like, it's been kind of stale for a while, and we didn't have many people buying it. Now we've got more subscribers. We've got more people doing pre-sales. So I don't know. Something's Killing the Children has been picking up at our store anyway. So you've got your standard, you got your Frozen, you've got your foil. 5 years this series has been going, and you've got your FOC reveal by Albuquerque, and I like that one. And you can get all 4 of them for 20% off. Powerpuff Girls coming back. Remember that movie that they were doing and it got canceled? I guess because it wasn't like the cartoon. It was like more of a, let's have all these really pretty girls running around and not being like the cartoon, where it was kind of fun and cheeky. And again, I have no idea. But there's 6 covers. The 6 cover bundle is 20% off. If you want them all, there you are. I don't see too many variations between all these different artists. You know, it's hard to do a variation on such a simplistic artistic style of the character. But there you go. That is the pre-sales. They're due tomorrow night. I'm sorry for getting this video out so late. Next week we'll try to do better. And there will definitely be a new release video probably tomorrow night on Monday night, because we got everything ready. But I think I'm done. We are now fully caught up with being away for 2 weeks basically. I'm going to finish this beer. I'm going to go watch a show with Chelsea, and then we're going to go to sleep and wake up and go to work. So thanks for watching the FOC with the CCB, and hopefully you can subscribe, and maybe eventually we'll do some kind of live videos and stuff. Good night.